And that's an area for me in my life I need more of, and I think we all do, as Yogananda tells us. But JC brings that. He has a happiness and a joy. He's such a good friend to our church. He's one of the few people that I know that on the spur of the moment can give us a talk. He can give us a message and give us a talk and channel the energy that needs to be channeled to do that. And he's so willing to be helpful and do that. What I know about JC for sure is that he loves really cool t-shirts and hats, and that he has the best tennis shoes of anyone in St. Petersburg, for sure, that I've ever seen. So let me read his bio, and then we'll welcome him to his talk, which is Have It All. JC is a dream, just like me, the one reading this, just like you listening. Yep. It's a dream, meaning it, you, me, all of it, us, is constantly changing and does not last. It's a temporary experience. I am an idea, you are an idea, all of us, we are all an idea in the mind of Mother, Father, God. That's the story. This is our resume. That's all that's relevant. We are the one represented by these seemingly separate bodies, an idea with the mind of Mother, Father, God. This remembrance is how we have it all. So please help me to welcome JC. Have it all?
So we're going to use a little bit of a piece of paper for a minute because, well,
you need the lights up so
nah, we're good. We're good. We don't need to read a whole lot of it. So that phrase, "have it all," comes from a song by Jason Mraz. The song, the story, the inspiration behind the song was a Buddhist monk, and he were, I don't know, interacting. The Buddhist monk bowed in front of him and said, the pronunciation's probably off, Tashi Delek, which can be translated to, may you have auspiciousness and causes of success. Basically, it's a blessing. The lyrics go on in the song to say, may you win prizes, shining like diamonds. May you live each moment to the next. May the best of your todays be the worst of your tomorrows. May the road less paved be the road that you follow. It ends with, here's to the lives that you're going to change. Here's to the infinite possible ways to love you. I want you to have it all. That's our blessing. And the only thing that would keep us is our perception or our thoughts. Because everything that we have, the bumps, the heartaches, all of it is a blessing. It all is a blessing. Because our heartaches to others may be joyful and cheerful. It's all in how we choose to look at everything that we are interacting with and everyone that we are interacting with. So, as always, you don't have to agree with any of it. None of it has to make any sense to you. We're not up here really with it one way or the other. If you like it, don't like it. This is stuff we've read, studied between Buddhism, Taoism, Course in Miracles, Course in Love, the Way of Mastery, all sorts of different stuff, and just kind of putting it into however they have us share it. But what we have been hearing over and over If we are not happy, it is because we have chosen to be. And it's our thoughts that are dictating how we are feeling. It's not the outside world, it's not the circumstances, events, or situations. We may say it is, but it's not. So, the Course, or A Course in Miracles, would go on to say, it's all about a change in perception. And we do that by practicing. Anything that upsets us, anything that takes our peace, anything where we don't feel content, we would ask to have that perception of whoever or whatever changed so that we could be at peace. Well, perceivably in our seemingly separate walk, it's pretty easy most of the time. Well, since Friday, and yesterday and today, oh boy, it's been difficult to find peace. We perceivably work on the beach, and if anybody's gone anywhere near the beach, there's a delightful aroma that goes along with being at the beach lately. And it's been a struggle to be at peace. And we know it's something outside of us. And we know that it's something we've given meaning to. And we know we're not really this. There's so much we've experienced that has confirmed that. However, the past, 2.5 days, I mean, between wearing a mask that's been sprayed with cologne, perfume, putting coffee beans in our nose, limes, pretty much doing anything to keep the air without the smell of the fish, the ocean, whatever it is. It's been comical because while we did yoga yesterday morning on the beach, there was only 2 moments during the entire session where we were aware of the smell. But as soon as yoga stopped, we went right back into our thoughts. So the perceived smell was very bothersome. And once again, it was always, I want this to change, meaning I have a grievance. If this were different, I could be happy, but this isn't changing, so there's no way in hell I can be happy right now. So you need to do something and change this. And of course, we know, coming at it from that aspect, we're in the fearful, limited mind, and that's all we're going to get, is more of the fearful, limited mind stuff to keep us out of our peace. So we went down and visited some friends, and there was a 5 minutes of reprieve, which we attested to not thinking. We were just there. We allowed ourselves to be there. And whatever meaning we had given it previously, because there is no past, it wasn't there. And until somebody said something about, hey, we just walked on the beach, and oh my gosh, it's really smelly, you know, we could feel breakfast and lunch, you know, wanting to revisit us. So it was just that. It was that thought was presented, and rather than just shrugging it off, not giving it a meaning, letting it just be a thought, words without a meaning, we decided to attach a meaning to it. And the meaning that we attached to it took us out of our peace. And we actually chuckled about it. And then, of course, we almost got nauseated, but then, you know, we covered our mouth and we giggled without the sense of, okay, I need to go run off somewhere. So in our everyday life, whatever it is, whether it's the smell of fish, partners, children, they're not doing anything other than helping us remember the opportunity to just love whatever or whoever it is, regardless of what we want it to be. And it's not us that wants it, it's the fearful, limited, you can say the egoic mind. No, I want to be right, meaning I want you to be wrong so I can be happy, and that's how we do our dance throughout the day. So anytime we're not agreeing with what somebody's saying, like right now, it's an opportunity for us to say, hey, I'm obviously looking at this incorrectly. I have meanings attached to it that are false because I know how you look at whoever it is that I'm not happy with. I know how you see them, and I don't see them that way. And it's only because I'm choosing to. Because believe it or not, while we're here, everything, it's one of the two. We're either choosing to join and remember our truth, that we are at home with God. We cannot ever be separate. Or we're choosing to believe we're bodies, we're having a good time, but also know with our good times, there's also down times, because everything here is conditional. It's all conditional. And it's all about how we think it should be, rather than us just allowing it to be as it is, and remembering to look past what people are saying, what people are doing, whether fish are swimming or whether fish are floating. It's all the same thing. Do we want peace, or do we want to buy into the illusion that this is me, I get old, I'm feeble, I'm weak, I'm going to die? I mean, it doesn't sound good to me. Say it that way. Because somewhere in the back of our perceivably separate minds, there's that thought, oh shit, one of these days I'm not going to be above ground. One of these days, oh crap, it's going to be different. So even that thought, we can say, hey, help me to change that perception. Help me to remember I can't be separate from you. I can't die. I'm eternal. If you're eternal, you created me like you. There's no difference between us. Well then, that's obviously an erroneous thought that I would love to have changed. And I can smile for no other reason than I know the truth. I know the truth. And maybe that's, I don't know, difficult, and that's okay. Anytime we're just not feeling all that, we want things to be differently, just, hey, I'm obviously looking at this incorrectly because I think your will is incorrect. I know you created everything, did all this other cool shit, but this you obviously screwed up because I'm not happy about it. So you really need to fix this. Or we can just accept it and know that it's okay. It's okay. And even if we don't like it, it's still okay. Because the only reason we don't like it is because we have some meaning attached to someone or something that's incorrect. That's all it is. And then we can just go, hey, help me out here, because I'm perceiving this incorrectly. I'm thinking your will, isn't that cool? It's not that great, because I'm not happy right now. I think you made a mistake. So thank you, as always. Remember, you don't have to agree with it, you don't have to like it. Try it out, practice it, see how it changes your everyday existence. From personal experience, oh yeah, it changes it drastically. When you go, I don't need to drive anymore, I don't need to be right, I trust you. I trust you. And whatever it is, I trust you. I don't understand it, but you know what? I don't need to. Because we don't. It's much easier to not know and just kind of go through it. And what's the footprints thing in the sand about, you know, shit. We're always being carried. We're the ones that just decide, I'm going to get down. I'm going to do it my way. Rather than, you can just be carried and it's all pretty smooth sailing. You can go over the fish and you don't even notice it. Because they're not there anyways. That's crazy talk, but that's okay. Thanks. Peace.